Good morning, everyone, and how are we doing today? Hope we are fine and hope we are safe. I'm Mr. Patrick, and I'm your online ICT teacher. Today, we want to look at the topic uses of the computers in banks, at hospitals, and in libraries. In our previous lesson, I took you through understanding how computers can be used at home, in schools, and who can remember, in offices. Good. So today we want to look at the hospitals, banks, and libraries. So let's get started first with our learning targets. First, we want to identify how to mention, and we want you to be able to identify and mention the uses of computers in hospitals, in banks, and in libraries. Now let's start with the first one, in the hospitals. Now, first, computers can be used to scan the human body when we are sick or we have issues with our anatomy. That means the human structure, your bones, your muscles. Computers can be used to scan the human body and also scan a pregnant woman. So several things computers could be used as regards to the human body. Okay, so they can also be used to store medical records. Most records about patients that goes to the hospitals, their names, where they're from, their blood, their blood type or blood group, and several other records are stored in the computer. So whenever you come to the hospitals, they can easily check and see your medical history. So your medical records are actually stored in the computers. Alright, computers can be used also to track prescriptions. Alright, when people are sick, there are various things that could help them heal. So the doctors can actually check the computers to help guide them to prescribe appropriate treatment for the patients. I hope there's so many other things computers can do, but I hope you can just keep these ones and make sure you don't forget them. Now let's look at uses of computers in the bank. This is a whole lot. Before now, the use of computers in the bank were not so much. But as we speak, computers are used to check account balance. Computers are used to store bank records. Computers can be used to pay money. Even pay your school fees. Can use to shop online. Okay, when you shop online, yes, the bank becomes important to allow you pay for services. Okay, to pay for electricity bills and all that, computers can allow you to do that. And for you to pay, you need the bank and you need the online banking system. Now if you look at the picture on the left here, you discover that you have a person using a tab on online banking system to pay for services. So isn't that a wonderful use? Times you could just stay anywhere and pay whatever you want using your bank. Now, computers are used to store bank records, like your name, your account details, and all that are stored in the computers. Now, computers also can be used to pay what different forms of money and can also be used to transfer money from one person to another. An example, your daddy may want to transfer money to your brother, your sister that is not here. The computers allow that transfer to be done easily. Now let's look at more. Let's see how computers can be used in libraries. Now if you look at the left here where you have some children, and they are in the library, but they are also using computers in the library. So computers could be used for several things in the library. You can even use to relax in the library. If you look at these children, they are playing games. Maybe after reading for long hours, they can play games to relax their nerves and go back again to reading. All right, so computers not only used for this, you can also read on the computer in libraries. You can use for several things. Let's look at more. Computers are used to search for information in the library. Sometimes you could be reading a book and you come across a word and you don't know the meaning of that word. Computer can answer that for you. Or there is something you need to know and you need to find out the librarian is not there or your computer teacher is not around. You could use the computer. So the computers can allow you to do a whole lot of things in the library and also help you to do your research. Computers are used to keep information of people in the library also. So if you look closely in the library, computers have so many uses. But we are only just going to talk about this today. And I hope you would have listened and learned. Remember that computers can be used for several things. Several things. Okay, in banks can be used for online transactions, transfer money to people, to pay for things through your banks, can be used to keep records in banks. Also remember that in the libraries it can be used for your research work. Also remember that in hospitals computers can be used to scan the human body and keep records of patients. I hope you have learned and I hope this was informative enough for you. Make sure you attend to your quiz at the end of this lesson and I will see you next week. Wait, that reminds me. You may need to do something for me. I will let you know. I will let your teachers know that you may be having a little practicals either this week or next week. So keep your expectations. Alright, so thank you and see you next week.